Entertainment Today.
I'm joined by Kate Ellis, author of 2 exciting series of crime novels, 2 historical novels, and many short stories. She's sold over 750,000 books worldwide and has earned a stellar reputation within the crime genre. Hi Kate, thanks for joining me.
Oh, hello Ellis. Nice to speak to you.
Nice to speak to you too. So I suppose the first question really is, what inspired you to become an author?
Well, it's something I've always wanted to do, really. I've always been fascinated by crime. I think my mum got me addicted to the crime genre when I was quite a young age, so I suppose it was inevitable that when I started writing, I'd write crime.
How do you find writing about crime? Do you enjoy it? Would you say it's kind of your favourite area to write about now you started writing about it?
Well, it's the mystery element that fascinates me. You know, I'm always a sucker for a mystery. What's going to happen next, and the twists and turns. There's lots of twists in my book.
So I suppose with the mystery element, you have to probably explore the thoughts that go on in your characters' heads more than perhaps other stories where they're more descriptive. Do you do that within your books, would you say?
Yes. That's your characters have got to be well-rounded, got to be believable. I meet people at libraries who think my detective Wesley's real, you know. And yes, the characters are very, very, very important in a book. I think that they're what actually keeps people reading book after book. You know, they want to catch up with what the characters are up to.
Absolutely. And yeah, of course, we'll move on to Wesley in a bit, because you've been writing about him for 20 years now, which is quite incredible. He must have developed somewhat over that time.
Yes, I think I have, yeah.
So how do you come up with the stories that you write?
I keep getting ideas, and I keep notebooks all over the house and jot down ideas as I get them. And I think, oh yes, that would fit in with the Wesley format. Every Wesley book has a historical mystery going on in the background as well, because he's got a degree in archaeology, and a best friend who's head of the county archaeological unit. So in every book there's Neil Watson's the archaeologist's case. You know, he makes some mysterious discovery, and then that's in parallel with Wesley's modern day police investigation. There's 2 mysteries for the price of one, really. So I keep getting ideas. Sometimes it's a historical story that comes first, and sometimes it's the modern day one. I can't stop getting ideas, and even anything will trigger them, you know.
That's pretty brilliant, to be fair. At least they keep coming, I suppose. Do you ever find, as a writer, you get writer's block, or do you find that the thoughts just keep flowing?
I've never actually had writer's block as such, touch wood. Sometimes it's more difficult than others, but in general, it keeps flowing. I try and do 2,000 words a day when I'm writing my first draft. So I get my first draft done pretty quickly, and then I do lots and lots of other drafts as well, because my first draft is really just rough. You know, it needs polishing.
Yes. Oh, brilliant.
So I end up doing about 6 to 7 drafts before my editor sees it.
Well, at least people can say you put a lot of effort into your books, and you go over and over to make sure it's right for people.
Oh yes, definitely.
Well, so what's your writing process from the very start of your book to finishing it? Do you have a research phase, and what do you go through to get there?
Well, as I say, I keep lots and lots of notebooks and press cuttings, and when I'm about to start a new book, I generally have a rough out, and I get all my book cuttings and sort of spread them out and make them. Then I've got a bit of an idea about what it's going to be, and then I do a flow chart of the actual crime and all the clues leading off to it, and then the historical backstory. And when I'm happy with that, I'll actually start writing, and it's ahead.
Oh wow! Oh, so you've got a right process there, to be fair, and it clearly works for you, because you've published over 30 books, am I right in saying? And so obviously the process works for you.
Yes.
So there's probably quite a few different people listening that are thinking, oh, I'd like to give writing a try. If you could give one tip to any budding writers, what would it be?
Oh, keep on going, don't give up. Use your first draft as just a starting point, keep perfecting it.
Of course, yeah, I suppose your enthusiasm, I imagine it comes across when you write about what you enjoy.
Oh yes, if anyone asked me to write a romantic novel, for instance, I can do it. That's a mystery. It's a few bodies.
Oh, that's fair enough. So, last month, am I right in saying you're at the Crime Writers Association annual conference, and you're regularly touring libraries as well. How do you find attending events like this?
Oh, I love speaking at libraries. I love reading, meeting library readers. I think libraries are absolutely vital. I don't think I'd be a writer today if it wasn't for libraries, because I remember going to the library when I could walk almost, and that really got me into reading and books.
Of course.
I think libraries are wonderful institutions, and librarians are wonderful.
I think you're completely right, yeah. So, I'd say arguably your most renowned book series is the Wesley Peterson series, like you've said, which began in 1998 with The Merchant's House. Where did the original inspiration come from this series?
I didn't really want to write about the northwest of England where I live, and I knew Devon, South Devon, really well. So I thought, it'd be a lovely place to set a book, around the South Hants area of Devon, the Dartmouth area. And so in fact, someone once said to me, always set your book somewhere where you'd like to visit to do research. I think that's pretty good advice, really. So I go down to Devon every year and do research.
Oh, that's a pretty good reason to go down to Devon, yeah, absolutely. And it's not a horrible place to go at all.
Oh, no. And the area's got a very rich history as well, so my historical angle, that's quite easy to fit in.
Like I said earlier, you've obviously been writing about this character for over 20 years. Is there any ways he has changed, or is he pretty much the same character you started writing about?
I think he's not changed fundamentally. He's got a bit older, his children are growing up, that sort of thing.
Of course.
The child that was a baby in Merchant's House is now a struppy teenager slamming his bedroom door. Yes, I think he's still, more or less the same person.
Oh, well, I suppose
I'm very fond of it, but
I suppose it's lovely for people reading because they really get they really get to know your character, and over the 20 years they probably feel like they know him like they know a friend, especially, and they know all the family details and things like that. So I can imagine it being lovely to read through the whole series and over time and following them. And so, is there an end in sight for? Is he planning on retiring, or is he still going strong in his line of work?
He's still going strong. I'm writing a book at the moment, out next year, and Jerry is contemplating retirement. That's the DCI, his boss. But I'll keep that secret whether
he doesn't.
But I haven't, thought about retiring yet.
No. Well, yeah,
it's... I have to one day, mind you, Warren went on for years.
You're a part of a group called Murder Squad, is that right?
Oh, yes.
So
yes,
what is Murder Squad?
Well, there's 6 of us. There's me, Anne Cleves, who writes Vera, Martin Edwards, Kath Staincliffe, Margaret Murphy, and Chris Sims, and we're all writers based in the north, and we do events together. We're all friends. We've done anthologies together, and in a couple of weeks we are going up to the northeast and having a big Murder Squad weekend.
Oh, wow.
At the Word in South Shields, a lovely library in South Shields. That's on May the 18th and 19th. And it's going to be a really busy weekend. We're going to have a Reader's Day where we're going to have panels and meet the readers where readers can chat to us. And then I'm doing a murder mystery on the Saturday night. And then on the Sunday we're doing workshops.
Wow, that sounds absolutely fantastic. A totally packed weekend, but sounds brilliant, to be fair.
Oh, it's going to be busy.
I bet it will, yeah. And you've got a real...
Need a few glasses of Prosecco after that.
I can imagine, actually, yeah. And you've got a real powerhouse kind of group within the industry there. What do you like to do outside of writing?
Oh, right, outside of writing. Well, I've got a busy family. I've got 2 grandchildren and 1 on the way.
Oh, wow, congratulations.
And 2 sons, and I do archaeology as well. I'm a member of the local archaeology group.
Oh, wow.
And that fits in with the Wesley books, of course.
Yes.
They've got an archaeological background. I'm a bell ringer.
Oh, wow, so you're busy outside of your writing as well?
Yes.
And,
yeah.
of course, I suppose it's worth asking, when you're not writing, I imagine you still like to read. Who would be your favourite authors if you were to read a book now?
Oh, well, I've got quite a few, actually. I like Peter Lovesey, Phil Rickman, Christopher Fowler. Oh, no, you're asking me. I'll think of loads. They're just off the top of my head. I'm reading Anne Cleves' latest Wildfire at the moment. That's great. Anthony Horowitz, I like.
Oh, yes, of course.
His crime novels. Yeah, quite a lot.
Yeah, it sounds like it, certainly. And so you have a new paperback coming out, The Boy Who Lived with the Dead, and that's coming out in May. What can you tell us about that story?
Right, well, it's part of the second in a trilogy. A couple of years ago, I published a book called The High Mortality of Doves. I wanted to do something a bit different. I did do a series set in York, a spooky series featuring D.I. Joe Plantagenet, but that sort of came to a natural end. And I really desperately wanted to do something different. And I found some letters when my father died. I found some letters from my mother's grandmother, from the matron of a military hospital.
Oh, wow.
In the First World War, telling her son was about to die.
Oh.
And they were incredible letters, moving letters. And but it has a happy ending, because that soldier survived, and he was my grandfather. But it really inspired me to find out more about that period, the First World War, and the aftermath of the First World War as well. And I actually did a short story for the Crime Writers Association anthology called The Feather, set just after the First World War and its aftermath. And I had this idea for this book set at that time. And it was an absolutely irresistible idea, and I just had this idea set in a little Derbyshire, with this Scotland Yard detective, Albert Lincoln, who's damaged by war and by personal tragedy. And he goes up to this village to solve a series of very unexpected and mysterious deaths. And he meets a local doctor's daughter who'd been a nurse in the war. And this sort of developed, and it became a high mortality of doves. And I sent it to my agent, and he said, oh, I don't know about that. Publishers don't like it when you go off-piste when you've been writing a regular series. But then he sent it to my publisher, and they offered for it right away. And I've had some wonderful quotes from Anne Cleves and Andrew Taylor and Peter Lovesey and various other writers. Thought it was absolutely marvellous. And I was really pleased with this book. Anyway, my publisher wanted to make it into a trilogy. So The Boy Who Lived with the Dead is the second in that trilogy.
Oh, right.
And that's a couple of years later, and it's set a year later, and it involves Albert again. He's port of the northwest of England again, to investigate the death of a woman and the disappearance of her child. And the story is set in a place called Mabley Ridge, which is loosely based on, I don't know whether you've heard of a place called Aldersley End, where all the footballers live.
Yes.
A very, very posh village in Cheshire. But then it was where all the wealthy